What's good, everybody? Excuse me. And welcome back to another episode of the Negative Degree Podcast, where we take the phrase positive vibes only and we punch it in the face. I am your host, as always, DJ Frostbite, and welcome to this Juneteenth / Father's Day edition of the podcast. Unfortunately, I couldn't get my actual dad on here because he said he was way too fucking tired to do it. My dad, I guess we'll start off with a somewhat frozen treat. So, my dad did come to see me. We were going to actually hang out tomorrow. But he went to fucking Denver for the weekend and just got back today. Well, he drove to Wichita to come see me today. We went and got some pizza from Nola's. Got his pizza in no time. My shit took about another 10-15 minutes. But they were busy. Doesn't mean I get it. I can't complain about getting shit not on time when especially they're hella busy. But went there around like 6. I got some pizza, got some drinks. Just regular drinks. Like we didn't getting fucked up. Even though it was 6 o'clock, we could have a beer or whatever. He got him a slice of cheesecake. Ew. We talked. I told him about this weekend. He told me about his weekend. We were there for an hour. Then he dropped me back off. He was like, "Hey man, I'm going home. I'm tired." Well, not going home, but he got a hotel for the night. And he was like, "Going to my hotel and just crash out." I tried to get him on here. I tried my heart. I was like, "Hey man, come do the podcast. I'm do the podcast." He was like, "Nah, man, you ain't finna have me on there snoring." But I tried to get him on here. I really did want him to be on here. He could probably tell some embarrassing stories about me, which I don't really care at this point. But get your chats in. I would try to read them if they pop up on here, which they should. I don't know. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I don't understand the reason why. But hopefully today they will show up. Again, I am streaming through Restream, so I am right now streaming on Facebook Live, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, all that good shit. Also, the podcast will now be available on Spotify. I just got to start adding them to it. Thanks to Anchor for that one. But let's get into it, because not only is it Father's Day, it is Juneteenth, or as I want to call it, the Blackity Black Day, as I've seen on so many fucking t-shirts through social media. All right, I got one in here. What's up? High music. Bone. I don't know how to say it. Bowling Hot Frito? Bowling No Frito? 80, what's up, man? From Twitch. Oh, shit. I got somebody from Twitch. All right, cool. I guess this is reaching somebody. But yeah, leave a chat. We're going to get into this conversation. We're talking about Father's Day and Juneteenth today. Start with Father's Day first. So, for all the real fathers out there, and I say real fathers because there are guys out there who say they are fathers, but don't take care of their fucking kids. To the real fathers out there, this should be your day. Like, this should be a day where you get to relax, don't have to really bother with kids, don't have to bother with any stress. You wake up, probably get some decent breakfast or whatever. Whatever you want to do, this should be your day. The same with like how we do Mother's Day. With Mother's Day, it is you do whatever that she wants to do, or even if you don't like it, you take her out to breakfast, or you take her out to brunch, depending on who you are. I would say black people don't do brunch, but I think nowadays black people do brunch. I don't fucking know. Me, my family, we were a go to breakfast, dress up somewhat, not like super dressed up. My grandma would get super dressed up. My mom really wouldn't. Me and my brother was just like jeans and a nice t-shirt or a polo, whatever. Go out, get breakfast, hang out with a bit, just basically the whole thing was just don't piss her off, get her some gifts, and then we go out for dinner. Basic shit. Super basic. Even that level of like doing stuff for your mom, It's completely fine. My dad, it is a little bit different, which most of the time I really didn't get to see my dad, especially when I was younger. Now it changes somewhat, considering I lost my mom almost a decade ago, and now that my dad is basically not my caregiver, but he's the only one in my life right now, but out of my parents. I try to do stuff here and there for him. My dad really only cares about 2 days out of the year, which is his birthday and Father's Day, kinda, because that's the only time he really wants to get gifts. My dad doesn't really care about Christmas. He doesn't really care about other shit like that too. Thanksgiving, he's not really big on either, which I really wish he was, because I love fucking Thanksgiving. It's just a routine from growing up. But, I don't know. My bad. I heard something. But, usually for my dad, I'd call him, tell him Happy Father's Day, probably get him a gift or just take him out somewhere. I know last year, went to go see him. We went and got food. I paid for everything. Took a couple shots. I think we went to the mall or something like that too. Just like something basic. My dad lives in Kansas City. So for me, doing a 3-hour drive to go see him, paid for meals, paid for drinks, walked around, did some stuff, hung out for a bit, then went back home. Because really was not trying to stay in Kansas City. But we did something. We did something. So it's even that basic level of doing something with my dad. It's something simple. Now, the thing that I kind of do hate, and I'm not a father by any means, but I know a lot of people around my age who are dads, and even people a little bit older than me that are dads. It feels like fathers are really taken for granted. And again, I say real fathers, the ones that stuck around, that actually take care of their kids. They could be with the person that they made the kids with or not, but are still taking, I won't say the advantage, but taking the opportunity and the liberties of being in their kids' lives. This is what I'm talking about. You are getting taken for granted by, but I don't even want to say America, but by all these different companies and commercials and stuff, because we treat Mother's Day like it is a huge fucking event. Like they plan this shit out in February to be like, oh, don't forget your moms, da 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 blah blah blah. Make sure you get your mom. They get jewelry, they get fucking chocolate covered shit, they get shit. They got shit car companies are doing fucking Mother's Day stuff for moms, and you don't get that for Father's Day. It's always fucking Ace Hardware or Lowe's and Home Depot. And I'm like, no one's trying to build a deck. No one wants some shit where you can fucking, I know one person who wants shit to trim hedges and shit like that. But nobody wants a fucking lawnmower or anything no dad wants that for fucking Father's Day. It just reminds you of more work you gotta do. And if you are a real father, you work your damn ass off as it is. The last thing you want is something that's oh great, something else I can do to do more work. Something else I can use for more work. Fuck that. You don't want, even me. I'm someone, and I know it's a little bit different for me, but it's if every year for my birthday, somebody kept giving me a pair of headphones or a fucking laptop something stupid like that, where it's oh, here's a laptop charger, here's some headphones, here's this, here's that, or a cheap camera. Well, I'm why do you keep giving me this? I don't need this. So I can't say I relate, but it does feel like that thing of dads. Like I said, dads are basically a fucking oversight, because a lot of guys, a lot of so-called men who say that they're gonna be there for their kids or just get women pregnant and then just dip out. They are fucking it up for the rest of the real men in the room and across the world who actually are trying to provide and teach their kids, right from wrong, and teach them lessons, and be there. And that's the key thing, is be there. Also, the fact that, and I can say this for my own self, is the fact that, and I know women out there are going to get pissed, and I'm going to come to y'all later, but the fact that you came from your dad, like if it wasn't for him, you kind of really would have been, I know the whole thing of, well, you really, like it's your mom who birthed you, but you got to think about this. You came out of your dad to go into your mom to come out of your mom. So in theory, your dad should be the primary person, kind of. Your mom takes care of you. Your dad is the one that's providing for you. So yes, your mom is more of a primary caregiver, the primary person you want to give attention to and thank, whatever. But also give some props to your pops. I did that on purpose. I know I was like that with my dad for a while, where, especially when I was younger, it felt like he didn't want to be around me, which is not the case. It's not. I never told him about it. I might tell him about it. I always thought when I was younger, he just didn't want to be around me. And he was working. He was doing what he had to do so he could provide for me. And, my parents weren't together anymore. But, oh shit, what's up, Alistair? Alistair reacted to the podcast. But it took a while for me to realize that, like, my dad wanted to be there, but he couldn't all the time. My dad had a lot of shit going on, and not like mental shit or not, like it was a lot of job stuff. Like so when 9/11 happened, my dad was living in Arizona, and he couldn't actually come back to Chicago, where we're originally from. He actually got stuck in Chicago. Not in Chicago, in Arizona, because there were no flights going anywhere for a long time. So we ended up having to move out there. I got to visit him once. Wish I could have went out there more. And when he was able to come back to Chicago, I saw him here and there. It was usually like on the weekends. When I did baseball, he was there. When I did certain stuff, he was there. Of course, he was always there for my graduations. I even talked about that when I graduated high school, but he was there for my middle school, my high school. Didn't graduate college because I didn't go there long enough. But hey, that's a conversation for a different day. But my dad tried to be there when he could. Could he always be there? No. And as a kid, especially in, my world of shit where dads wouldn't be there at all, it is kind of hard to be like, oh man, my dad's working hard. He wants to be there, but he just can't. You're a kid, teenager, trying to be an adult, whatever, and you see the person that's supposed to be there for you is not. And I had two experiences. I had my dad who really wasn't there, but wanted to be, or I only saw him for like a weekend or whatever like that. And then I had a stepdad, which, fuck him. I say that right now. Fuck him. He's a piece of shit. Didn't like him when I first met him. It took me a while to actually getting to know him, getting to like him and stuff. And when I did get to the point where it was like, all right, he's a decent dude, whatever, he fucked me over. So fuck him, and I hope he dies. But growing up with having my dad, then also having a stepdad who was living with us for so long. I think he met my mom when I was like 5-6 years old. After my mom passed away, I fucking cut ties with him because he became a cop and also threatened to kill me. But during that middle period, or most of my life, he was there. He tried to teach me certain shit, but I really didn't care. My mom was the one really teaching me a lot of stuff. I will say that for sure. But my dad, I did miss a lot. It was usually me talking to him on the phone, or like when I did see him in person, we would do certain stuff. It took me a while to actually like be vocal around my dad too, because I didn't really know how to talk to him at all. I knew how to talk to my stepdad because I was around him so much. And plus the fact that I didn't really care. It was someone who wasn't really a part of my family. My dad, on the other hand, it was someone who, you know, in any fucking community, whatever, your dad is supposed to be the one that you fear him, like you respect him, but you can put that fear in you. So that's kind of the thing. I probably didn't know how to talk to my dad till I actually got probably like 13, 14 years old, and talked to him more. Was asking different questions about stuff. Shit, my dad isn't even the person who taught me about sex. It was my mom, which was the crazy shit. That was the craziest thing in the world. Like your mom having to tell you about sex. My stepdad was the one that told me about condoms, which is still the weirdest shit in the world. Oh, if I hope I do have a son, and I'm not doing the whole fucking banana with the fucking I don't know. I might have to do the banana or the condom thing. I just hate. It was just so weird. Like I'm like 12, 13 years old. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And then just remembering that, just then he, like my stepdad telling me all this shit, and I'm just laughing because I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I knew some stuff about sex, but not really. I didn't really know really more about it until like later on. Well, the most shit I did know was like fucking TV, like softcore porn sex, because I watched it at like an early age. But yeah, having to do that talk, I kind of had to talk with my dad a little bit later on because he told me some stuff, but not a lot. And then after my mom passed away, and having to move in with my dad, our relationship got a little bit better. It is a lot of stuff that I wish didn't happen between us, but I mean, it happened because it happened. Still love the fucking caveman anyway, and there's a reason why I call my dad a caveman. If you ever hear me call him the caveman, this is the reason why. So my dad is technologically and electronically fucking declined at anything. Like, not declined, but is inefficient at fucking anything. Like, I had to teach my dad how to burn CDs, and it took him forever to learn that. I had to show him probably like 500 times how to download music from like YouTube and shit like that, or like MP3 Rocket and LimeWire and FrostWire and all these other different stuff. How to drag and drop like files at different places. My dad has an iPod, like a legit iPod. I forgot what generation it is. It's like a newer generation. And he has an older generation one too. And I had to show him so many times how to do this stuff. Excuse me. To the point where I was just like, this is so annoying. When I had to show my mom how to do certain stuff, she picked it up within like one or two attempts. She was easy. My dad, I still have to show till this day how to do certain things, and it is annoying. My dad does not do social media, which I love, thank God. He doesn't do Apple Pay, Google Pay, any of that shit. My dad hates fucking Apple. He is a Android person like me. He's got Samsung. We team Samsung in this house and any other house. In my house, his house, we are Samsung people. He doesn't have any fucking MacBooks, anything like that. He has a Dell that pretty sure he still doesn't know how to fucking use. Anything else, I just can't remember. But it's so much stuff where it's like when it comes to technology and electronics, he just even like what? Oh, they're sitting over there. Fuck. But my dad has earbuds that I bought. Either I bought them or he got them. They're wireless earbuds, like Bluetooth wireless earbuds. They're skull candies, and I got a pair, but I know they're different from his. I remember buying him some actually, and he had no idea how to pair these things. I'm just like, Dad, it's not that hard. Like, it gets to a point where I'm gonna have that breakdown. I'll be like, Dad, you cannot be this simple. This is so easy. This is the basic of basic things. And I laugh about it now, but in the moment, it does make me mad because I'm just like, How? How does this happen? But I still love the guy. Even though he is as simple as simple can be. I want to get him on here so he can tell some embarrassing stories. I should call him. Let me see if I can call him. I'm going to call him and put him on speaker. Hold on 1 sec. Waiting. He's probably not going to answer.
Your call has...
Yeah. This man is never this busy. I don't know what he's doing. He might actually be asleep. That's something else I do hate about my dad. It's just... But anytime I need my... I know my dad isn't doing that much shit. He doesn't work. He's usually at home or whatever. I know he's not doing anything, but he just won't answer the phone at all. I'll leave him alone for right now. But going back to the shit. We need to find a different way to do things for Father's Day. It shouldn't be just you know what your dad will really like? Silence, a tie, some socks, and fucking power tools. Fuck that. Get your dad some fucking jewelry. Get him a decent watch. Get him some type of fucking jewelry if your dad's into jewelry. Should take him to eat. Don't get him a fucking grill and be like, oh, hey, you mind grilling for us? No. Get him something that he'll appreciate. Don't just get, unless your dad is into unless your dad actually says, oh, hey, I want power tools, and I want this, and I want this, so I can use it for that purpose. Then, yeah, by all means, go fucking get it. But if he doesn't ask for it, don't give it to him. Especially, and I never understood the whole thing about getting somebody socks. No matter what day it is, or even on Christmas, why the fuck are you giving me socks? So why would you give your dad socks for fucking Father's Day? Shit. I think the biggest thing, if I was a dad and I had kids, whatever, I think the one thing that I would want, and I know it's going to sound fucked up, but it's just silence, or just a day away from everybody. But hey, I love you all, but I need one day, at least 8 hours away from you, please. Or just sleep. Just let me sleep, please. Love y'all, but I just want silence, sleep, maybe some head from my girl. You know, some head or some sex, and then a good meal. I'll be fine for fucking Father's Day. You ain't gotta give me shit. Give me a small gift or something like that if I was a father. But that'd be the best shit in the world. I wake up, a girl's like, hey, sleep in how long you want, or she tells me happy birthday, happy Father's Day, mess around for a little bit. Then she was like, you go rest and shit like that. I'd stay in the room, knock the fuck out. And I know that shit ain't fair because it's oh, well, she has to deal with the kids. I'm like, hey, guess what? We got to do the same thing for Mother's Day. I was actually watching something earlier. Well, they said that Father's Day is the 18th holiday celebrated in the world. And that shit fucking shocked me. That is something I to look up, though. Of the fact that it's the 18th holiday out of I don't even know how many holidays, but it's just horrible. It's just horrible. And then the fact that I think he said Arbor Day was 16 or 19 or something No, it was 16 or 13, somewhere around there. I was are you fucking kidding me? Who the fuck? Who the fuck was just oh yeah, I'm sorry, I fucked up. But the fact that Arbor Day is before Father's Day is just like you would celebrate a tree. You celebrate a tree over your dad. And most people don't even know what the fuck Arbor Day is even about. But it's literally the tree hugger holiday. or maybe that's 420. But I get it. Let me see. Holidays rated. Okay, ranked by popularity. Here we go. Holidays ranked by popularity. Oh, it's a decent list too. All right. So number 1 is Thanksgiving. Number 2 is Christmas. 3 is Memorial Day. 4, I don't give a fuck. Just allow cookies. All right. So Thanksgiving, Christmas, Memorial Day, Mother's Day, Veterans Day, Martin Luther King Day, Labor Day, Father's Day. Oh shit, Father's Day up there now. Okay, this is a different one then. So that was just a different show entries 1 to 13. Show more data. All right. Let me read this again. Sorry. Thanksgiving, Christmas, Memorial Day, Mother's Day, Veterans Day, Martin Luther King's Day, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, Labor Day, Father's Day, New Year's Eve, Halloween, Easter, St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day, Black History Month. Jesus. That shit's down there. God damn. Hanukkah, April Fool's Day, Ramadan, and then some other one, I don't know. Adha, I don't know. I feel like I said something wrong there. Let's see, holidays in America. There's 16 American holidays ranked. So Columbus Day, 16. President's Day, 15. Valentine's Day, 14. Veterans Day, 13. MLK Day, 12. Father's Day, 11th. Wow, it's Father's Day, then Mother's Day on this one. Wow. New Year's, Easter, Labor Day, Memorial Day. The fuck? Okay, Memorial Day. St. Patrick's Day, Independence Day, Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving. That is weird. So basically all the party shit, and then it's like, oh, like Mother's Day, Father's Day. That. Okay, that. Oh, whatever. Still, it's fucked up. No matter what list. If anybody noticed, especially on that first list, like Mother's Day to Father's Day was like here, like straight up here. It was like other shit in between. It was like Mother's Day was here, a bunch of other shit, then Father's Day. I need to find that one list where it was, because that's not all the fucking like days in America, because we have so much shit. Also, the fact, and side note, there was no Hispanic Heritage Month on there. That's kind of funny and fucked up. And also the fact that Black History Month was down there. That's a shame. Excuse me, I'm a thirsty boy today. But we need to find a way to put more importance on Father's Day, because especially the ones that are like, excuse me, like I said, are actually there. They're the ones putting in the work to make sure that their kids are provided for, taken care of, everything like that. I know many of fucking dads who are there for their kids no matter what. I should have got them on the fucking podcast. I'll probably could get Lace again, but Darren, if you want to be on the podcast, we can do this shit. Because I know you've been watching this shit probably since day one, I believe. But I want to get you on the podcast, and we could do like a post Father's Day thing. Anybody else who's a dad that wants to be on this podcast, we could do a big like dad round circle. I'll just be the one that's not a dad, and we can do this podcast and you talk about how unappreciated that Father's Day is and how dads are just being unappreciated in general. Because it does feel like that. And it's fucked up. You know, the fact that we all came from our dads in the actual sense. And we treat them as a society kind of like, fucking I'll say it. We kind of treat dads like fucking slaves or just like second class citizens. We're just like, oh, they don't need a lot of things. Oh, just get them, you know, some underwear and some socks and some power tools and whatever the fuck else, and they're fine. You know, they're basic fucking creatures. I mean, people. No, I'm gonna do that on purpose, the whole creatures thing, because you know how everybody feels about men in general. But the fact for dads, just like, oh, they're simple people. You know, they don't need much. But for women, they break out the fucking jewelry store and just start doing diamonds are a mom's best friends. And it's like, okay, we can stop that shit. Like, the fact that every commercial was just like, oh, make sure your mom has flowers. Make sure you get your mom a precious gift that she'll love forever. Oh, don't forget to get your mom some jewelry. Oh, what do moms love? They sure do love chocolates and chocolate covered strawberries and blah, blah. I'm just like, yo, time the fuck out. Like, not every mom is like that, and not every dad is like the same thing for Father's Day, where it's like, you know what your dad will really like? This fucking 14,000 horsepower fucking leaf blower that'll fucking clean that'll clean your fucking lawn and sidewalk in 2 seconds flat. No dad wants that. Nobody, which I know I did that as over exaggeration because I don't 14,000 horsepower of whatever. I mean, you gotta get that, but no one wants that. No dad. Well, most dads, yes, they want vehicles and stuff, which I don't really see a lot of at like auto parts, auto. What am I trying to say? I don't know. I don't see a lot of car ads, whatever, where it's like, get your dad a new car, a new truck, or whatever. That might be in different states, in different, like, I don't know, maybe in Texas they probably have that shit, where it was like, oh, you want to treat your dad like the man? Make sure you get him this Ford F-1000. I love the Ford. If anybody has not seen the Ford F-1000, and I'm not saying Ford, I'm saying Ford, go on YouTube. I'll probably link it or like in the description on the YouTube one, and try to put it on the actual Facebook page. But that is the funniest fucking like, it's the funniest parody commercial ever. It is. I'll say it again. It's the Ford F-1000. It's a parody commercial of the Ford F-150 and 250, all those commercials. You'll die laughing because it's so funny and it's so accurate to what those commercials used to be. But yeah, it's just in conclusion, dads deserve better. Real dads deserve better. Now, I'm going to spend a little bit of time on this. All the single moms, stop saying that Father's Day is for you. Stop. Unless, and I will say this, unless the father of your child is either dead or just doesn't want to fucking take responsibility of your child, then I will kind of say yes, but still no. Like, we get it. You are taking care of everything. I get it. You try to say you're the mother and the father. No, you're not. You're the mother. I know it's fucking hard to say. I know it's hard for me saying that, considering I don't have kids. I don't have the responsibilities or whatever. And as someone who was raised by a single mother for a long time until she met my stepdad, where she was still the main one taking care of me, I understand it. I get it. But at the same time, you are still the mother. You are not playing both roles. You know, you might tell your son certain things for like manhood and stuff like that, but you don't really get it. You know, my mom tried to do the same thing with me. Manhood and womanhood are two totally different things. That'd be like a man That would legit be like a man who was raising a fucking daughter being like, oh, I'm the father and the mother. I'm like, no, you're not. You're just the dad. Like, you're literally just the dad. Like, you're not the mom and the father. Like, no, you're just the dad. Just the mom isn't here, or she just don't want to take responsibilities. Same with a single mom doing things on her own. You are not the mother and the father. You are just the mom. And do we appreciate you for it? Yes, because the shit is hard. Like, no one wants to be a single fucking parent trying to do things on their own when you could have somebody who should be fucking pulling their weight but just isn't, or just ran out of your life, or whatever other reasons. It sucks. Now, yes, if you did have someone and you lost them, condolences to you. I feel sorry for you, and shit shouldn't have happened. But also at the same time, still, you are not the mother and the father. Like, you are just the mother. You're a single mom trying to get shit to work out. You might still be dating. You might just be like, you know what? This is just it for me. Hey, I feel for you. But Father's Day is not for you. Mother's Day is. You get the one day. You don't get two. I think that's really what I'm going to say about that. I know I'm going to get a lot of people being like, oh, fuck you, I'm both. I'm like, you're not both. You're not. I know I got women in my family, women that I just know in general, who try to say that shit. I'm just like, you're not. You're one thing. You're one. You are one. You are the mother. That's it. This isn't even trying to be like a sexist thing or anything like that. You are just the mom. I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm not trying to be anything like that. I'm being real with you. You're just one. You are the mom. That's all you are. That's all you're supposed to be. You're not supposed to be both. You are just a single mom who's trying to raise your kid. Get that bitterness out of you. Like, if you picked a bad baby daddy, that's on you. If they're not pulling their weight, that's on you. And yeah, I get it. When you met the person, they were completely different, shit like that. And then when you got with them and you told them they were pregnant, they probably promised you all this shit. And then when the baby came out, they were still doing the bullshit they were doing, when you met them. I get it. But at the same time, it's kind of on you. Like, it's on you. You reap what you sow, you get what you give, and that goes both ways. It literally does. You got men who want to be with their kids, and you got women who are just like who are basically just holding their kids hostage for money, being like, oh no, you can't see them until you pay this or you do that. That's fucked up. There should never be a time where a man has to. This is gonna sound fucked up the way I say this, but you shouldn't be getting fucking microtransactions to see your kids. Like, this is not a video game. This is not a fucking mobile game. Like, you shouldn't have to pay to see your fucking kids. If both of you made these kids together, you should be able to see them. And when there's men out here who are like trying to fight for custody of their kids because the moms are being unfit mothers, that's a lot. Like, that is legit a lot. And the fact that a lot of places that is like, oh no, we like. I was told this, like the state of Kansas. Like, if shit like that happened, it is a mother state to where even if the mother can't provide, doesn't have a place to live, anything like that, she could still be able, like, she's still able to have her kids. And I feel like that's not fucking fair. Now, for certain reasons, I can get why they do that. But if the child is better off with a parent who can give them a home, make sure that they're safe, make sure they're going to school, make sure they got this and that and whatever, blah, 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 whatever that comes with having a child. I don't know. I know most of it is just, I'm going to say insurance, clothing, food, school, other basic shit. I don't fucking know because I don't have a kid and I haven't been a kid in 2 decades or 2.5 decades. 2 decades. Fucking, I was 8. So yeah, 2 decades. I would fucking say that. 2 decades. So yeah, it's hard. Especially now. I know it's definitely fucking hard. Like, back when I was growing up, it was a little bit easier because everything was still analog, especially with school and stuff. It wasn't as pricey. And as someone who went to a public school, private school, I know it was hella expensive. But I know now with everything going on, like everything is fucking digital. You gotta have this, gotta have that. It sucks. Joey, I was going to school, like growing up, like from fucking kindergarten to like, actually not even kindergarten, like fucking preschool to 6th grade. Most of the shit, it was just like, oh, make sure he has pens, pencils, shit to color with, index cards, notebooks and shit, whatever other shit. Now it's probably like, oh, you got to make sure they make sure they have flash drives, a certain iPad or tablet, and access to the internet or whatever. I don't fucking know. They probably charging you like $100 so that way your kid has some like a portal, username or whatever, so that way they can get free internet in school, so that way they can do their work. I don't know, but that shit's a lot. I know I'm babbling, but just in conclusion, dads need to be appreciated more. Moms need to stop doing the whole, well, I'm a mother and a father too thing, especially when the father is trying to be there and you are just using them for money. You know, it sucks both ways. Now to get into the meat of this, because I've been seeing this shit for weeks, and I've been waiting to talk about this. Juneteenth. Now, I know what Juneteenth represents. Off the top of my head, I can't remember everything, but I know it's supposed to be like the freeing of like slaves or some shit like that. I don't know. Something. I know it's something that had to do with that, some shit like that. It's like the emancipation of like the last slave or some, I don't fucking know. It's something to deal with that shit. But the fact that it went from what it's supposed to be about, and excuse me for not knowing the proper shit of it. I've been hearing about, I know what it is, I've heard it. It's just I can't repeat it back right now because I don't have the shit in front of me. I'm sorry. Fuck off. Maybe I'm in your eyes, I'm not a real black person. Whatever, fuck you. Well, tell that to the cops. I fucking dropped my damn keychain, whatever. But for the past couple weeks, I have been seeing the craziest, and I mean the craziest fucking commercials and pictures of just the dumbest shit from companies marketing fucking Juneteenth or it being an actual holiday. And stop. Just stop. I get that you want to celebrate black people and Juneteenth in the day or whatever. Do me a favor. Don't. Just fucking don't. You barely give a shit about Black History Month, as we saw on the fucking, as we saw and heard on the list. We didn't see it, but as I announced it from the list. Why should you give a shit about Juneteenth? And the reason I say that is because if anybody's been paying attention to any type of social media, or even certain shit, they have made so many blunders for trying to support Juneteenth. Fucking, I think it's Walmart with their them with their Great Value brand and the ice cream where it's the fucking dashiki colors, like they were just not dashiki colors, but just the African colors, but then it's like the Juneteenth fucking red velvet crunch. Blah, blah. I'm like, Stop this garbage. Like, stop. I even just went on Google earlier and they got like a Juneteenth thing where it's just black people in the fucking field. Stop. Do shit for Father's Day. What? Oh, I was watching Attack of the Show the other day. Yesterday, and I've even been seeing this on other things, but they've been making shirts, or like, oh, it's a shirt. This fucking shirt. I gotta pull it up. I have to pull this up. Jesus Christ. Let me see if I can pull it up. Fuck it, I'm not even gonna pull it up. I gotta talk about it. I don't know where the shirt is from. I don't care. I think it's like Redbubble or something like that. Or somebody made this shit. There's a shirt that says, "I'm black, but on Juneteenth, I'm blackety black black. I'm blackety blackety. I'm blackety black black." Some shit like that. And it's a white dude wearing this shit. It is a little white boy wearing this shirt that says, "I'm black, but on Juneteenth, I'm blackety black." I'm just like, who asked for this? Who asked for this shit? It was another shirt. I think it was a shirt or a mug or something like that. It was like, "It's the freedom for me." I'm just like, what freedom? Then the tip of the iceberg of the shit. The tip of the iceberg. Oh, white people. They made party supplies with Juneteenth shit. And it's just the most basic, like, dashiki print with the African colors. And it's the dumbest shit in the world. I'm like, who in the world needs this? I'll give you a hint. No one. Most black people don't fucking celebrate Juneteenth. Hell, a lot of us. I'm generalizing in this one. I don't care. If you black and you celebrate Juneteenth, cool. Keep the cause righteous, my brother. But a lot of fucking black people don't celebrate Juneteenth. So why it is white people who are doing this dumb shit. It is these companies who are like, "Oh, we're gonna get ahead of this and show our support." You're the same ignorant people who took this long to finally get pride shit right, and you still fuck it up. You are still fucking up pride shit. That is sad. Now you fucking up pride and black people at the same time. Fucking hell. I can't wait for fucking Oreos to go, "Oh, you know what we should do for Juneteenth? A watermelon cream flavored Oreo." Can't wait for that shit. Oh god. It just, then all the other news shit I've been hearing about with I think it was like a museum or some shit where they would try to like celebrate Juneteenth and they were giving watermelon salads. And for one, this shit was $10. I'm just like, who the fuck is paying $10 for a salad? But in the fact that it was a watermelon salad, I was like, yeah, that's what black people ate. Yep, that's exactly what. They just taking the basic stereotypical bullshit and putting it for Juneteenth to try to make it seem like, oh, this we're down with our black people. I can't wait for that shit. Like, I can't wait for the fist to just be something. I cannot wait so that way we can just have a huge race war and just fucking blow up the entire earth. Because it's gonna happen. I guarantee you. By next year, they're gonna have something where it's the fist. It's gonna be on a plate, on a shirt, or like some type of fucking party supply, and it's gonna be the most generic dumb shit. Like it's gonna be the fist with a generic fucking saying that no one's ever said, or it's gonna be some fucked up saying from like from fucking somebody in history that was going to be completely misconstrued, or they saw as like, oh, this is righteous, and then it was like, oh, actually no, they were talking about fucking killing black people. Not killing black people, but killing white people. Like how everybody thinks fucking Bob Marley was like this, oh, peace, love, righteousness. I'm like, no, here's a little history lesson for you, white people. Bob Marley hated white people, like hated you, motherfuckers. Like he was totally down with like W.E.B. Du Bois about, excuse me, W.E.B. Du Bois about going back to fucking Africa and going back to our roots and all that shit. He did not give a shit about you white people. Like he wanted y'all dead, literally. And the only reason he seems like this cool, soothed out, one love, one heart motherfucker is because his family sold his rights and they got him on the fucking peace teas and all this other dumb shit. Like this motherfucker, like the whole Rastafarian movement shit was about going back to your roots and all the other shit. It wasn't about this, smoking weed and one love, one, peace, peace, love, harmony shit. Like, no, it was not that. Like, motherfucker was radical. And I feel like that's exactly what's going to happen with this June 19th shit. And if you don't believe me, you can look the shit up. Like, you can look it up. You can read about it. I heard about this shit, like, years, like, in high school, I think. When I was like, yeah, Bob Marley was not about this whole peace, love, harmony shit. He was about some radical shit. So you can look that shit up if you want to. Be like, oh, no, you're lying. I'm like, not fucking lying. And this wasn't a fucking Reddit post, motherfuckers. This is not Reddit. Because I don't even get on Reddit. But yeah, I just wish the entire world would just be like, hey, we support black people. You want to know how you can support us? Stop killing us. Stop killing us. Pay us more. Stop trying to put us in jail. Stop giving us unlawful bullshit. Stop being fucking hella racist. That's definitely one. When you see a black person, you gotta go, oh, what's up, brother? How's it going? Like, no. Like, stop trying to copy our slang all the fucking time. Or in our culture. I'm trying to think what else. Stop trying to use us as sexual conquest. That'd be nice. We are not a exotic being, especially in a lot of states where there are black people. And if you've never been with a black person as a white person, Mexican, or whatever else you are, and you've never been with a black person, we're not a sexual conquest. I'm a person. Let's see what else. Oh, stop going across. Like I've actually seen this happen too. I've had this experience. Either don't do the awkward smile when you see me, and two, don't fucking try to walk across the street to avoid me. And if you really care about black people, just pay us. You give us restitution. That'd be nice. I would love to see a check in the mail for like $2 million because for reparations or just pain and suffering, whatever. That'd be nice. But I know it's never gonna happen. But it's so many things in so many different ways to where you can show black people like, hey, we support you. One of them, I know another one of them is stop trying to quote fucking Martin Luther King all the fucking time when it's not necessary. Because he hated you motherfuckers too. Like he had a lot of other different speeches that were very radical, but then he calmed the fuck down. It was like, oh, we need to be together and stuff like stop trying to quote "I have a dream." That's not even his best speech. It's I don't know. This whole Juneteenth shit. It's just enough. I can't wait for Juneteenth to be like Cinco de Mayo and St. Patrick's Day. And honestly, The fact that we have like Asian, I don't know, I'm gonna get it wrong, but the AAPI month in April, we've had Hispanic Heritage Month for, has it been a decade? I'm not entirely sure. I honestly don't know, and I'm sorry. But we have all these different, like we have Black History Month, we got AAPI month, we got Gay Pride month, we got Spanish Heritage Month, those other different things, and somehow they still fuck up all of this. And with Hispanic Heritage Month, it's like September, October, somewhere around there. They really don't do too much with it. Black History Month, they kind of fuck with it, but not really too much. AAPI month, they made sure to be respectful. They had commercials with, Asian American and Pacific Islander people. I think I said that right. But they always fuck up shit with black people. And I don't want to say they don't fuck up shit with fucking with Hispanic stuff like that too, because they do. They fumble the bag all the time. But it's always with black people shit where just like, how can we make it seem like we're not racist, even though we slightly are? And then they do something to where they think is not racist in their minds. But then when it comes out, it is like, yeah, you look like the most racist pieces of shit in the world. And I kind of see where it comes from, because it's the thing of the more things change, the more things stay the same. How many times have I heard that somebody's trying to make a new design for like the company or whatever, and then it ends up looking like a swastika? A lot. And I don't even mean just over the past couple years. I mean like within the past couple months. Legitimately. Like within the past couple months, I've been hearing shit about like, oh, this company has been trying to do, has done a new design and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And it should look like, it looks legit like a swastika. And it's just like, how does this happen? And it's not even the fact that it's not the fact that it looks like the Indian form of it, or I believe that's where it came from, because the one in, I want to say India or that part of the country. I'm sorry if I'm saying the wrong information, but they do have one where it's supposed to mean peace and something like that, to where the actual swastika itself is something for war. Or finding out that shit damn near a fucking century ago that was actually used for a basketball team in some fucking state or whatever. It's just like, I don't know, back then, it was the actual Indian or whichever country it came from. Again, my apologies for not being informed on this shit. I believe that's where it came from, the actual design, because it, like I said, it's supposed to mean like love or peace or something like that. It's supposed to be that symbol. And then when the Nazis and shit took it, they ended up switching it. They flipped it upside down. It's a 9 now. They fucking draped an Indian peace symbol and turned it into a symbol of war and hatred. That might be the best one I think I've ever said. But yeah, just stop. Like, treat Juneteenth like you do Black History Month. Just wait for the shit to be over. Like, support it, but do it silently. Don't make merchandise for it. Don't fucking do any of this shit. We don't need fucking dashiki color, like dashiki printed shit. We don't need the fucking African flag printed on everything. We don't need party supplies with the shit on it. Cause who's celebrating it? White people. And I swear to God, if I see shit where it's white people walking around in blackface, I'm gonna lose it. And I know it's gonna fucking happen. I know it is. Oh, also another story before I end this shit. it was another story where I think it was in like Louisiana somewhere where they wanted to do a thing where it was like, oh, black people get together, they try, Cajun cuisine and stuff like that. I want to say it was in Louisiana. It was like in New Orleans proper, and the shit had no black people in it. It was all white, and that shit might have still been good, but the fact that it was like, you have no black people facilitating it, running it, managing it, anything like that. Everybody on the flyer was whiter than white. They were Casper fucking white. It just blows my fucking mind that nobody thought to go, hey, this is made for black people. We should have some black people a part of this, so that way we don't look fucking like the stereotypical white person. And I do get it that even in my experience, I don't really like working or being around a lot of black people. I don't. I'll be honest with you, straight up. If that makes me sound fucked up, I don't care. Cause I'm gonna do a fucking podcast about this too. There's a difference with black people. There is black people. If you see where I'm going with it, there is black people, and then there's niggas. And see, I'm gonna say I'm in the middle, cause I do some niggerish shit, but most of the time I'm black. Like I'm just a regular standard black person. I'm just trying to get by, work my ass off, so that way I can get some better shit. But I'm in the middle. I'm not more to the left. I'm probably a little bit. I'll say I'm a little bit more to the right. I do some shit. I'm like slightly off kilter, going more to like the black person side. But the only reason that keeping me in the middle is because I like some white shit too. Like I'm a rock fan. At certain shit that I don't like, the black people like. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of fucking chitlins. I don't need to eat fucking rice and beans every goddamn day. Chicken I love, but I don't fucking obsess about that shit. Like fucking a lot of black people. Like I don't like Popeyes. I don't need to eat. Like it's shit that honestly, what people think that this holiday is supposed to be for, I don't like. I'm not trying to be, all black, Black Lives Matter, da da da, blah blah blah, all this shit. I'm just like, no. I'm just an average dude. Like I'm an average black man trying not to die. And that's what this shit should be. It should be, we support black people in their attempts to try to stay the fuck alive, honestly. Like, for us just trying to get by on a day-to-day basis and just be decent people. Like, the ones that fuck it up for the rest of us, fuck them. Like, and I say that shit, and I don't care. Like, I'm tired of being seen like all the rest of the niggas who fuck it up for everybody. Like, I am. And this is why we get shit like this, because we all get lumped together. 1 second. Hello?
You call me?
Yeah.
What's up?
Nothing. I'm doing the podcast right now, though.
Oh, I was in the shower.
I know.
Hey, what's it's like some little fans in this cooler.
Yeah, I know.
Do you want them?
No.
Well, all right. I'll just get them some kids then.
Want to say hi to the podcast?
No, boy. I'm in the bed. I'm finna go to sleep.
I mean, I have you on the speaker.
No. I will talk to you later.
All right. Well, happy Father's Day.
Huh?
I said happy Father's Day.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Well.
All right.
My dad, ladies and gentlemen. For what he so I got my dad. I didn't get. I won this cooler at this charity event. They were doing an auction, and it was some cool stuff. It was a Coleman cooler that I probably made when I worked there. It was a smaller one where it has like the little spout, so you can fill it up. It has like a spout on it. It's a quad lamp, which I might get up and show, and then it had some other thing in here which I might give away because I don't need it. It's like it's a pool floaty, and it had like some pinwheels and stuff in it. That's what he was talking about with fans. Actually, give me 1 second. I'm gonna show this. 1 second. All right, I'm back. Definitely gonna have to cut that out when I edit this, probably. Especially since this is going on Spotify sometime. But this is one of the things that I won. Well, that I basically bought. So that's actually pretty cool. Need to actually use it. Got this bad boy. This is the quad lamp where you can actually take it off. I need to put some batteries in it. This thing takes 8 fucking D batteries. So that's fucking $20 right there. But the cool part of it is it's got a magnet on it. So you can just do like that, slip it on, or just take it off. And it's pool floaty where if anybody wants it, I'll just give it to you. Just let me know. Or I'll probably just, if I see Darren later, I'll just give it to him. Him and his wife or his girls can use it. I don't know how big this thing is, but it looks cool. It's a fucking bomb pop, whatever the hell it is. What's this giant ice pop? Whatever. Anyway. Stop with the Juneteenth shit, people. Please and thank you. From an average black man who was tired of seeing and hearing about this dumb shit. Stop. You want to support black people, just do it. Don't make fucking clothing and party supplies and fucking weird flavored ice creams and anything else for your marketing campaign. Just go, hey, it's Juneteenth. We celebrate black people and their struggles, shit like that. Do what you do for Memorial Day. Do shit like that. Like where you say we support the troops. Just go, we support all of, or they'll say African Americans. Like we support all African Americans and their struggles and the people that had to fight and this and that. This shit is simple. It's so fucking simple. And yet people go fucking far and beyond trying to make all this dumb shit when it's not necessary. Just do better. Just do better. Be better. Because we all gotta live on this fucking flaming pile of garbage that we all made together. But yet somehow black people get blamed for a lot of it. Which makes no sense. Just stop with this fucking Juneteenth trash, garbage, basura. Like they even did shit with like video games to where I think you had to buy it, or I don't know if it was free, but it was something called like the bonobo skin, which I believe is like a derogatory term or some shit like that. I forgot what the hell it means. But that's the other thing. Just we threw you a lob, and you fucked up. Like we gave you a softball lob. It was like, please get this correct, and you missed. You fucking missed. I don't even know what else I have to say on this. Like it is not even. I'll hit you with the dad thing. Since we're going back to that, I'm not mad at white people and America and international people. I'm just disappointed how you fumbled something that should have been a layup. It should have been a layup, a home run out of the park, all that shit. And you fucked up. Stop doing the same stereotypical shit you've been doing for the last 50, 60, 70 years. Even longer. Stop doing the watermelon shit. Stop doing the, fried chicken and Cajun food and all the other dumb, stupid, stereotypical shit that you think black people are into. Because for one, we're into it just like everybody else is into it. It's the fact that we get these things, yet white people, Mexican, Asian, any other fucking kind of culture and nationality love the shit. Everyone loves chicken. Everyone loves watermelon. Everyone loves mac and cheese. We love that shit as kids, no matter what fucking race you are. So why is it that we get this shit stereotyped to us? That's what Juneteenth should be. It's, hey, for this day, we end a fucking stereotype. We not abolish. We abolish or defunct something. Something to where it's we stop talking about these stupid ass fucking stereotypes and we try to be better as people and as a nation. And there you go. That's perfect enough. But no, instead, we would rather do things that hinder progress in the new generation. We would rather keep fucking stereotypes going and make everybody hate us for no reason when we are, if I dare say, the coolest fucking race on the planet. I don't care. Everyone tries to take our shit. Everyone. But we never get the recognition. And like I said earlier, I said the same thing with dads. I say the same thing with black people. There are the ones who make us look bad. And I wish that would stop. There are a lot of them who make us look bad as people, as a society, and as a group. And that's what sucks. And I hate that for myself. I hate that for the new generation and the next generation after that, because it's never going to stop. It feels like we're adding fuel to that fire every single year. When it comes to the music, when it comes to fashion, when it comes to slang and anything, and TV and anything else, it feels like it's never going to stop. And I wish it would. I really, really wish it would. But it feels like that agenda, or is this every single year, even with Black History Month, it's always a news story about a fucking teacher putting on blackface or treating their black students different, or it was one where a lady stepped on the back of a black student and said, "How did that feel?" Or trying to do renditions of how slaves were. I'm like, just stop this. Teach the history so we can learn from it, so it doesn't happen again. And then celebrate the fact that shit has changed so much. And that is where I'm going to end it. That is the podcast, everybody. Hope all the dads, all the real dads, had a great Father's Day. And I hope the people out there who have a brain and aren't racist assholes had a decent Juneteenth. I've had a day. I've had a crazy day yesterday that I will probably talk about tomorrow or something. But I'm going to enjoy my night by going to Blue Nightclub and saying what's up to some people. And then probably coming back home and going to bed. Because I am that fucking tired. Kinda. I just really want to relax. But you know where you can follow me. Everything is at the bottom. YouTube's DJ Frostbite. Facebook for the podcast is Negative Degree Podcast. Follow me on Instagram at DJ Frostbite. Also, now, the podcast has its own Instagram. It is Negative Degree Pod. At Negative Degree Pod. I will add that to the bottom of this sometime soon. It is also available on Spotify at The Negative Degree. Check it out. I still have to I still have to upload the rest of the episodes. It takes a minute. I'm sorry. This is now the 18th episode, so I got another like 15 to put on there, and it takes a while. Let's put it like this: for me to upload this podcast to Spotify, I don't know why it does this, but it takes a total of like 14 fucking hours. And maybe it's because it's video, I guess, I don't know, but it takes a minute. Also, the fact that I gotta trim the old ones too, so gotta edit it, wait for it to be done, edited, and then put it on the thing to upload it to get it on Spotify. So bear with me. I will try to put this one on there. This one I don't have to do as much because I got it somewhat close to where I want it to. But the older ones, because I put it on YouTube and I have like my loading screen and stuff like that, it takes a minute to get where I need it. But just like I said, bear with me. I love everyone that watches this. I love people who comment, which I don't understand why it doesn't show on my phone when it's supposed to. That just annoys the fuck out of me. I don't even know what else to say. I love all of you guys. Whoever watching this right now, just go enjoy your day. Let me get the fuck out of here. With that being said, good night. Take care. I hope you enjoyed the later, or the night podcast of this. And as always, stay negative, my friends.